Today, we're going to get a little bit controversial as we talk about the most useless IT certifications. Now, I know what you're thinking.
It's about to go down.
And before we jump in any further, this video is sponsored by NextGen. Link is in the description below. We focus on hands-on training over there at NextGen. While we do help you achieve industry-leading IT certifications, we more so focus on the real-world hands-on skills that it takes to be an IT professional. You get to go through real-world projects and lab scenarios to really get your feet wet and understand really what it takes to become an IT pro. If you want to become a network engineer or a cybersecurity professional, check out the link in the description below and follow me over to NextGen, where we can hang out and level up your career. Let's take a look at what I posted out on LinkedIn this week so you can get an idea of where we're coming from. It was Controversial Monday. This post definitely stirred up a little bit of controversy. And I could imagine that the lawyers from Google and CompTIA, Microsoft, and Juniper, EC Counsel even, are hounding this video right now, waiting for me to say something terrible about one of their certifications. Because that's what this post was about. That's what this video is about. The most useless IT certifications. Now, the whole reason this comes into play is because I consistently hear from you, the viewer, or people like you who want to share their opinions about IT certifications. And for the most part, these are the IT certifications that seem to get the most hate all the time. I searched through the YouTube comments on my videos, which, let me tell you, like, that is the most painful thing I've ever gone through. Like, it's so slow and laggy. Just, it's a terrible, terrible experience trying to search for comments. I was able to find some of these where you could see people who just kind of rag on certifications for one reason or another. You could see this across the board. You could probably go to any video of mine where I've talked about an IT certification, and you'll go through those comments and you'll find people saying this certification is useless, don't ever get it, blah, 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 blah. You get it all the time. And that's okay. Some people just don't like things. They have their opinions and that's set in stone, and they're never going to like something. They're going to have something against it forever, even though they don't always know the facts. And that's the case with this post right here. The purpose of this post, from my perspective, is to gauge the value that people hold on certifications. It wasn't about making any of these certifications useless, because let's be real. Like, let's break it down right now. Certifications are not useless. Any of the certifications on this list, and even further, are not useless. If a certification exists, there's a reason it exists. Now, you can say that XYZ certification is useless. It holds no value. But that's not really the case. You see, just like you, when you have your thoughts and opinions on a specific thing, somebody else might share thoughts and opinions on that same specific thing, but feel completely different about it. Have you ever thought of that? Now, I'm going to use an example here, because the facts here are, if you take and look up CompTIA A+ certification, just go out on Indeed, Indeed.com right now, type it in, CompTIA A+. You're going to see that there are thousands of results looking for the CompTIA A+ certification. Now, what does that tell you? Does that tell you that this certification is useless? No, that tells you that people are looking for this certification. Now, you could take each and every one of these certifications, go down the list, go on Indeed, go on Monster, go on LinkedIn, and search and see what results come up. You're going to find that some of these certifications don't show up very often. That doesn't mean that it's useless, it just means that it's not as in demand. And furthermore, even if it's not necessarily in demand, there's a certain thing about certifications that, well, yes, it does show that you have some value. It shows that you have some specific skills, right? A specific skill set in any given area that certification is focusing on. But more importantly, outside of the value perceived of a certification, from the outside, a certification does one really great thing that nobody can take from you. It gives you the knowledge and the skills and the validation that you knew enough to actually go in and pass said certification. That provides value instantaneous to you as a person, a human, an individual. It proves and shows that you have increased your knowledge, thus increased your value, which makes having a certification absolutely 100% not useless. There is value in every certification. From the CompTIA ITF, that's the IT Fundamentals certification, which everybody for the most part says like that certification's completely useless. I don't think I've said that in those words, but you could prove me wrong. I may have said that it's useless. I don't think it's the best certification. I don't think that really many people who are getting in IT should go after that certification. I don't think it's really designed for people getting into IT because the A+ really takes the cake on that one. But it's not useless because there are a lot of people out there who would definitely benefit from taking the CompTIA ITF Plus certification. Many people would benefit from that certification. You're telling me that somebody can't benefit from an IT Fundamentals certification? Are you like that out of touch with reality, thinking that people actually know IT fundamentals? Because if you think that, then you're just completely clueless. Because in reality, like 99% of the people who use computers don't know anything about computers, and they could definitely benefit from an ITF Plus certification. It could help them. So is it useless? No. Is it not as valuable? Yeah, like let's be honest, like the certification industry, when you look across the board from CompTIA, Microsoft, Cisco, Juniper, EC Council, the list goes on at this point, they all hold a different value. Each and every single one of them hold a different value because each and every one of these certifications show that you are skilled to do something. Now again, some people hold value in certifications, some people don't. So when you think about the value of certifications and you're out looking for jobs, you might find that some of these job postings, these descriptions, don't even ask for a certification. They just want to see that you have a degree. To them, you having a degree is enough skill validation in their eyes to show that you could do the job. Now, some jobs out there will have a requirement for maybe a degree or a certification because they also see the value in a certification. They may say, well, you have XYZ certification, you're qualified for this job. So in the world of IT, there is a lot of variety. There is not anything necessarily useless. To say that any of these certifications are useless, I think is just an insult. And it's an insult to every single one of these people out there who have received one of these certifications. Now I know that statement that I just said is gonna trigger a few people because a few people are gonna come in and say, well, I got my A+ certification, Zach, and it did nothing for me. And then you're gonna have other people like, I got my CEH and it did nothing for me. It's stupid. And then you have people who are like, yeah, I went and took my CCNA and I couldn't even get a job. Yeah, sure. I believe that. I completely understand that. Because a certification doesn't mean that you deserve a job, first of all. Like first and foremost, a certification does not in any which way ever in the existence of humanity prove to anybody that you actually deserve a job. If you are under the assumption that you can go out and take a certification and a job will simply be handed over to you because now you are certified, you are dead wrong. There are many factors that go into play for you getting a job, period, in life. A certification is only a stepping stone in helping you achieve success. A certification will not get you a job. You, as a person, a human being, an individual with your own personality and own unique skill set, experience, and background, you are what gets the job. Certification is merely a stepping stone in helping you achieve said job. You actually have to put in work outside of said certifications to help you achieve success in this field. Because outside of the certification world here in IT comes this wonderful world of communication and soft skills that not a lot of people have, and you need to work on those and not worry about the certification that you think is useless when it's really not. Going off topic here, sorry, we could go on a whole tirade about that. I really could. I feel strongly about that, clearly. Besides the point. Certifications, not useless. Any of the certifications that were listed in this photo, completely 100% not useless. Some are definitely more valuable than others, and that's okay. Because even us as individuals, some of us are more valuable than one another. And that's okay. I mean, we're all equal in some ways. Some of us just have more knowledge than one another. Some of us have like a little bit more expertise than one another. Same thing can be said for certifications. You can't even compare the ITF and the A+, for instance, right? The same way that you couldn't compare the A+ and the Juniper certification, right? They're completely different certifications. They serve a completely different purpose. It's for a very unique audience, and there's a purpose there. So I'm sorry if I bursted your bubble in this video, and I'm sorry if I didn't take enough time to bash IT certifications for you. That's not what we're about. We're not gonna bash them. We're not gonna say that they're useless, because they're not. And I hope you understand that by watching this video at this point. So if you want to share your thoughts and opinions on why XYZ certification is or is not useless, please throw them in the comments below. I'm sure you can start a wildfire slurry of just ridiculous comments by saying something sucks. So if that's what you're looking for, I don't know, put it in the comments. But I really love you guys out there in this community who leave comments and help people. You guys are what helps keep this community thriving and growing and continuing to do what it does, which is helping more people achieve success in IT. So that's all we got for today's video. I know that there's gonna be somebody who wants to put some comments below and start some drama by saying XYZ certification is useless, and you guys can do that. Throw your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. But I wanna hear from you guys who have something constructive to say. I wanna hear from the people out there who enjoy helping other people. That's why this channel exists, and that's why this entire community exists and still continues to thrive to this day. People like you who take the time to leave comments and help other people. The whole purpose of this channel is to help people achieve success in IT, and I couldn't do it without the wonderful community that I have that helps support not only me, but you guys as well. The wonderful support that we have here helping people achieve success is outstanding. We've been doing this now for almost 7 years, and the outpouring of support that we receive on a monthly, weekly, daily basis is just mind-blowing. So thank you to each and every one of you who have stuck around, supported this channel, and continue to support this channel. But more importantly, thank you to each and every one of you who help support the community, because that's what this is all about. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take it easy.